So in programming, the equal is written like this. Well, less or equal it will be equal. So there's no syntax for programming like this, but we have to represent it in this way. Okay. Yeah. So I can skip this. Now, for the if statement allows statement to be conditionally executed and skip over. Okay, if you draw it, it will look like this. If it's cold outside, wear a coat. So, is it cold outside? Yes, wear a coat. Otherwise, don't do anything. It can be a sequence of statement as well. So, in general, the syntax is if and then the statement. Okay, let's look at the program on how to calculate. This program get 3 input from user. Okay, you know that already, how to do that. And it will calculate the average. You also know that already. But in order, the program requires to say if the average is bigger than 95, you have to print out this. So that's how we get the if statement. So if share. So the program is something like this. Can you see the output screen? Okay. The flow, right, thanks. The flow will be like this. See out 3 test scores and I will arrange them. Okay. So how many input you should put? And I need to check. Is Nur Akmal Akisha is here? No. Nur Akmal is not here. Bejat, Riza, Riyaz, are you here? Okay, Akmal is here. So how do you key in input here? Your friend said it's 3, right? Okay, so how do you key in input? Ma? Okay, give me show me how explain to me how am I supposed to enter the key the value? Assuming one is 95, another one is 97, and another one is 99. How do I key in the 3 value? Okay, here I'm asking your friend. So you can do it in one go, or you can do it separately. If you want to do it separately, you can do something like this. If you do it in one go, it will be yes. You have to put a space. Okay. This is the input that is stated in line 14. Okay. So for each statement, if you want to get an average, you want them to display congratulations, that's a high score. Put if average is bigger than high score. So if you run this, they can only print out the high score. But if your marks, if the mark you key in is 95 and then let's say 91 and 92. Your average is 92.7. So this statement is executed. Okay, but this one won't be. Okay, how are you going? Okay. First of all, if average is bigger than score, you have one C out. Let's say you want to have another print out. C out. The value is your average is.
報酬あるって。団長は何か欲しいものとかある
？If you compile this, will you have problem? Okay, don't say why. I want to try to call Deja. Are you there?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, why is it wrong? According to your friend, this statement can't be executed. Why?
The other one, the 24th statement you just wrote.
Come again?
The 24th statement you just wrote. First one will be high school.
Okay.
I think it should be executed. I don't know.
Okay. This is just a try. I haven't teach you yet. So if you use this if statement, automatically they will execute the next one as the one that is meeting the if statement. But if you have more than two lines, if you have two and more lines, you have to block it together.
So we don't have the braces.
Yes, they don't have the braces. In order for you to execute this all, you will need to have the curly braces. So that's when you compile this. Your average is 42. Oh, sorry, this is still a positive number. Can you see what I'm typing? Okay, now I know. I have to share every time, isn't it? So, if I have 99, 97, and 98, the average is 98. Congratulations, then that's a high score. Your average is 98. So, when the line is expanded, when the output of the if statement are more than one, then we have to block the whole thing together. Let's say if the certain condition is met and you have to do a series of things, so you will have to put the parentheses here. Okay, so let's go back to program. So that is the expanding of the if statement. This is what I mean by block of code. So what about if-else statement? Just now in your program, in the program that I showed you just now, there's only the if statement that need to be executed. If it's lower than 95, then there's no feedback given to the user. Can you force the feedback to the user? Yes, you need to use the if-else statement. So for this particular program, how to use if-else statement? Else, let's see out.
みんな気合い入れてくよ。さあ僕の後に続いて。
邪魔だ。失せろ。レビンバラージ。
わりにするよ。
これで
So I remove that line, so I don't need this. Even if I want to leave the curly braces, it's fine as well. Okay, so let's say we try to get the one that is lower than 95. 92, 91, 94. Average is less than 95. So this is how you use if and else statement. As a
戦果がだいぶ溜まってるわね。
practice,
交換しないの？
indent it so that it's easy for other people to read your program. So for this one, okay, after the if statement, the statement that belong to that if is indented. And similar to the else, after we need else, we need to indent it. Right. Anyone has question so far? So I provided the notes in the slide. Okay, let's do this. So assuming you have you need to write a program that determine whether the number that you input is an even number or an odd number. So you have to print out if it's
とっておきだよ。
even, then the number is even. If it's odd, you have to print out the number is odd. If there are more than two possibilities, yes, we will cover it shortly. Yeah? So, what is this symbol? Don't answer. I want to ask Xuan. Xuan, are you here? Tan Xuan. Yeah, Xuan. Okay. What is this
これで終わ
number?
りにするよ。
What is this symbol?
選手専連円光派。
激戦連覇やってやれ。
みんな気合い入れてくよ。さあ僕の後に続いて。
Okay. Xuan? You can type if you don't have the mic.
ザコが導火線に火を放て。
とっておきだよ。
Alright. Oh yeah, they cannot show us if he's typing or what. Yeah, probably he is. Zagan. The symbol, the percentage symbol.
レビンバラージ
Zagan, I saw you logging in. What does the percentage symbol mean?
震える風よ。いいか
Okay,
ら下がって
what
よ。
does it do?
邪魔だ。失せろ。天雷剣にて蒼天
Okay,
鳩
good.
のごとく飲み込む。
So this symbol, they will find a remainder. Sorry. So if I think most of us are doing division like this in school, so the one that you get the value as, you will need to use the division operator. If you want to get the remainder, if there is any remainder, you have to use the percentage symbol. So for this input, for this program, if the number is divisible by 2, basically if they don't have any remainder left, then indicate it as even, else indicate it is as odd number. So, Should we do this? Yeah, we can skip this, I think. The program, you can run and compile the program. I tried it already and it's working, so there shouldn't be any problem unless if you have some typo in there. Okay. Now, your friend is asking, what if there are a few possibilities? Before that, let's go into nested if. Okay. What is a nested if? Assuming you have should we use this program? Yeah. We have this program just now given from the program by the slide. Sorry. So if I enter 12 and 4. Okay, this is quotient. Sorry, this is supposed to be program. If I enter -12, -12 is even. So if I only want the number to be, I'm sorry, I want to use this program actually. They are given two numbers, determine whether it's quotient, if it's divisible by 0 or not. Divisible if the number given two numbers, determine whether the number is can be divided or not. If the second number, okay, this is the divisible operation. If the second number is not is 0, then you must not accept it. Else you have to so quotient is if you are doing this operation, 10 divided by 5, yes, for this one, the program can still run even if you put a negative number. But if the number, okay, right now, the program check if num2 is equal to 0. So if the number is, can you see what I'm sharing? Okay, if the number is 10 divided by 0, the answer will be infinity, isn't it?
お二人と一緒に旅をす
Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you, Kumara. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted just now. Okay. If the number is, then you are not supposed to do the division. If you try it out, the program will crash if I'm not mistaken, or they just return 0 because yeah, computer can assign it straight. But right now you want to prevent it from happening. So you check it first. If the second number is 0, don't do the process. Only after you confirm that the second number is not 0, the number at the bottom is not 0, then you do the division. Okay. What if you want to make sure the output, the quotient will never be negative? Because right now, if you compile this, the answer will be negative, isn't it? Sorry, I need to share this one. So I want you to tell me how to modify the program so that it is possible to only process the positive number. Okay, any volunteer? Okay, Abdullah Shahid, where to put bigger than 0? If. Where at?
If num2 is greater than 0. Greater than in the line 22. Line
In
22.
line?
Line 22, yeah. So in the brackets, you need to put if num2 is greater than 0.
So have to put here.
I think you should, no, in the else 28.
In the else.
No, I think you should. Sorry,
Okay,
I didn't
maybe
saw the program first. I think where you're taking the number from the user above. I think it's above when you take the number. So you just put over there should not be equal to. It should not be less than 0. So it should be greater than 0. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Your friends also typing the answer on the side. Okay, like this. Get set. If else if also can. Yes. So there are a few ways. Your friend is going a bit advanced. So we will cover about this operator at the by the end of the week. So one way of doing it is use a first do a conditional check. If number 1 is bigger than 0 and number 2 is bigger than 0, then we do the operation. Otherwise, don't do anything. Okay, so this is the meaning of and. Okay, we are not using a single ampersand and, we are using double and double ampersand. Basically, it means this statement on the left need to be correct, and this statement on the right need to be correct in order for the if statement to be true. Okay, so that's one way of modifying it. There is also you can also use another if else. If another inside the if, you one of them inside the if you have to check, and inside the else you have to do this. So I let you play around with that if you want to explore it more. Unsigned integer in the declaration part. Unsigned integer in the declaration part. Cannot, I don't think you can. Because number 1 is not a statement. Number 1 is not a statement. It is a statement, right? What do you mean number 1 is not a statement?
No, teacher, I am replying their comments, not your problem. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, I also the box is getting smaller, so I didn't realize the message before that.
Sorry, doctor.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, that is nested if. So the description are all inside the slide. I don't want to go through every one of them. I know you'll be bored. Okay, but there's something that we need to do also. So this is another example of nested if. So far we playing around with numbers, right? So nested if for this particular test sample is on char. Okay, can you accept char and then do the comparison? So it's the same with the numbers and the characters, except that for if you are using characters, you have to don't forget about the single quote. Okay. So yeah, just now I mentioned this. Make sure you use proper indentation. The parenthesis is good if you can put it directly down here, but sometimes you need to save space. That's why sometimes I like to put the open curly bracket on the side. But if the block the whole scope, the whole block belong to the if, make sure the whole thing is indented. If we key in if num is bigger than 0 and then we add another line if, yes, it's okay. Now, the if statement. That's another nested. So we have if else and then we have if else inside another if statement. But what about, is it possible to expand the program so that it becomes like this? If expression, else if, and until the end. So it is possible. So assuming you have this program. Okay. What is missing here? The program is incomplete. What is missing? Curly bracket, no. It's more than that. The header, okay, good. And what's this? No, this part is correct. Oh, someone is still not clear about the double ampersand. Declaring variable, good. Thank you, Shazvina. So you have to declare the variable first. A score, what is A score? What is B score? What is C score? So looking from here, what data type could it be? Yes, the value. Are you sure? It can, why is it double and float? Okay. We are trying to determine what the program should do. Yep. Given a certain value, you have to give the output whether the grade is A or B or C or D. So the grade, basically you have to key in a number. So it has to be integer. It could be float because sometimes you have point in your marks. Yes. So, but for now, let's deal with integer. So if we are dealing with integer, your declaration need to be integer as well. So let's see. So we declare a constant. Okay, can it be not constant? Yes, it can. It depends on you how you want to lock the variable. So if you want to lock it so that no one can override it, then you use constant. Yeah. So for this one, if test score is bigger than 0, you got A. Test score is bigger than A score. A score is 90. Okay. Is the program running okay? Do you think they can produce the right? Okay, this grade is not valid for USM. This is back during our school time. Okay. So is the program correct? Something is missing with this program. What is it? If you run that, let me share again. And you put 110. They still say your grade is A, isn't it? When we know, we always deal with a percentage. So you have to add. You have to make sure that, yes, you have to create the limit. What is the other problem with the program? So there are 90, 80, 70, 60. So even if you got 50, you are still F. What about the in-between value? So the range is a bit far. But then for now, we just deal with the valid number because the range is here. What if -10? It's not supposed to be. So you have to create range. Now, who want to volunteer to amend the program? How to set range? Let's call the name there. Ikmal.
Yes.
Okay, tell me how to do this. Or you can take control of the screen. You can type it.
I can take control of the screen because I'm using the phone.
Why are you using the phone? Okay, need to call someone else. Jihui? Okay. Jihui, help Ikmal. Where to put that range? Jihui? Jihui Lee. Okay, Shazvina, you want to try? Yeah. Okay. Someone is. I thought I saw some answer there. Right, Crystal and Dayini. Okay, can you take control? Either one of you. We cannot
Hi.
write it like that, eh? Double can. Okay. Yeah, Crystal. Can you take control of the
So
screen?
you can put condition like the one I typed. So else, if it's not, it's not follow the condition, you can say else your score is not valid, I guess.
Okay, Crystal, can you type it in? Do you know how to take control? Just right click on the screen, take control. Crystal? Okay. Should we use O or N? Either one. I think you need to use. Okay. I think it's quite difficult to. Okay. Okay. If you're wondering, I'm using Shift and then highlighting it and then press tab. You can do that as well. So if test score, is that how you spell it? I think it's like this. If test score is less or equal to 100, or test score is bigger or equal to. So what should you say here? It's not supposed to be, right? If test score is less than 100 or test score is bigger than 0. Okay, yes, it is. So this statement will be checked. So what should we put here? Okay, so now if we compile this, the store is not valid. Okay, tell me if I'm wrong somewhere. So let's try the else statement. Yeah, it should be bigger or equal is less than 100, less or equal, and yeah, yeah, correct. Sorry. So if we put negative, then it will become an invalid. If we put, oh, the screen is 120, it will be invalid as well. So we need to use and because this statement need to both be correct, and we need to use equal because the marks can be 100 and the mark can be exactly 0. Okay, that's about the if else. So if there are multiple things that you have to check, the first one will be if, the second one will be else, if, else, if, else, if, until the last one, then you do else. Okay. Any questions so far? Up until else, if, else. If, else, if. Everyone okay? Huh? No? How come no? Direct. You have background, ma? Okay. So for those who don't understand, you can ask here. Oh, you are looking at the screen. It's okay lah. It's time already. Actually, for the previous years, we normally distribute the question on week 4, and then the submission will be on week 8, if I'm not mistaken. Individual. Okay, our programming class will always be individual. Why? Because you will never be tested on programming after that individually. Okay. The problem being, the current we have the we are in online mode. Okay. Previously, yes, first individual assignment. I think most of the time, for online classes, you were asked to do group, isn't it? Okay, but for this round, just so you know, programming CPT 111 and CPT 113 is very rare to do group. We tried it before, but end up someone will not do the programming. But there's also another problem. When we are going online, you have too long of time, but you don't have friends to discuss with. So this is an example of programming last year. The first assignment last year. That's how extensive it is. I just need you to see how extensive it is. That's why the time given is 4 weeks. And at the moment the assignment was first given, not the whole thing has been pitched yet. That's why the stretch of time that were provided in order to complete the assignment. However, for this semester, I don't have any other option other than to do a period assignment. Basically, the assignment will be separated into 3 weeks, and you have to choose the time. We cannot do it within our lecture time because this is another timing required. Okay, it's probably, if you remember what Puan Mazani explained about the cost planner, the hours that is listed is solely for classes, for your understanding, and other than the 2 hours allocated for tests, that is the total numbers that is allocated for classes only. Other than that time, we cannot take that time. I'm not making any sense, isn't it? So basically, it cannot be done within the time of the class. Okay. Because of that, we have to find a day that won't be clashed with any other courses. One way of doing it is we do in Saturday. So what do you think if we do on Saturday? Okay. Another way is
Ma'am, or can be done in the Friday afternoon, like we don't have much class on Friday, like afternoon.
Oh, okay. Your Friday is free? I thought you had.
I hope so, ma'am.
You don't have CST? Okay, you have CST at 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Yeah, it depends on the class.
Yeah, doctor, I think Saturday will do because Saturday most of us will be free. Yes.
Okay. HFF 225. I thought HFF is Tuesday.
It's actually differs. Like international have it on a day and the local has on another day for HFF.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Most probably we have to settle for Saturday. So okay, the assignment will not be given in 3 weeks at one go. You will be given an assignment question. There will be a series of questions. You will get a question that may not be the same with your friend, and it has to be completed within 1 or 2 hours. Do you get me?
So, ma'am, you will give us the assignment on Saturday, and we need to, like, say, you give us in Saturday 10 a.m. and we need to do it by Saturday 12 p.m. Something like this.
Yes. So that's why I need to be sure about the day. Okay. So because some of you are not available on Saturday. Yeah, I can see the message now. Okay. That will be happening for 3 times.
So, ma'am, our assignment one is breakdown on 3 parts. So you are saying that it will for 3 weeks every Saturday. We will have to like allot 2 or 3 weeks 3 hours for this one, right? Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Let's say that if you start from the next week, then there will be total 3 weeks for the assignment one. The following 3 weeks, right?
Meaning if, okay, let's say, hold on, yeah, okay.
No, actually, it's good actually that you break down in 3 parts instead of like going one, because as we are the beginning, we are still in the beginning process, right? So it would be better to do it in parts rather than in like whole.
Yes, the question will not be a difficult question. I mean, you have to understand whatever you have learned up until the 3rd week in order to answer the 4th week assignment. Yeah, it's like 1 hour test, except that it's not 1 hour. It could be 1 hour to 2 hours. The way I see it, most of the question for the week up until week 3 will take about 1 hour. So I will give you 1 hour and a half. Yes, because you will be tested for different things. And the one that will be tested next week is not being covered yet this week. So that's where the problems come in, because if we are meeting physically, you can discuss it in advance. But right now you don't have the privilege of meeting each other. So you only do the discussion online, everything. But in order to prevent you guys from copying or sharing the code, okay, mind you, if I catch you, I'm really going to penalize you, okay? When you we want to omit the possibility of copying. That's why we don't want to make it difficult, but we have to make sure that you are competent enough to go through the semester. Right. So now back to the day. Another way of doing it is we have to go asynchronous. Basically, it means Basically, it means we will have to do the assignment during the class time. But the problem being, your class time is only 1 hour. So the question need to be really fit into 1 hour. Penalized by trying. Hold on. No, you will not use Code Runner. Okay, for assignment, there's no way I will allow you to use Code Runner, because Code Runner is a very stringent process. I'm not going to allow it. You just have to do the program. Okay, about the pseudocode and flowchart. This is the problem when we go online, because you cannot submit it in a fast way, in a very fast manner. Because when we are doing online and you are drawing, if you are using Microsoft Word, the graphic will be distorted. So I have to make sure, okay, convert everything to PDF and all that. That's why there's a exercise for the flowchart during the second week, because I don't know how to evaluate flowchart when you are doing assignment online. You are spending time to draw, unless if you have something like mine, I can draw and then I can just submit the whiteboard notes. So for the time being, there's no intention of doing flowchart again, because I know how difficult it is for you to submit last time. What is the percentage? I thought there is inside the course planner. One assignment is about 15% of the total final marks, which is that's okay. For your course, it will be 50-50, 50 from coursework, 50 from final. 50 from coursework is inclusive of 15 from one assignment. Another assignment is 15. The first test is 10 and another test is 10%. So that's make up the 50%. Yeah, I know. No flowchart and pseudocode. I think if I find a way to make it able to be delivered within 1 hour, then I will do it. But for now, I cannot. I cannot find a way to make it fast. Okay. We can start a class a bit early for the assignment. Oh yeah. Do you have class on at 9 o'clock on Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. That's a good idea. Yanting, can everyone tell me, are you available on Monday 9 a.m.? Do you have class during that time?
Ma'am, actually, that's really early, like 7 a.m. in our country. Like it's in the winter.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, in winter, so it's really cold to wake up at 7, ma'am.
Yes, I know. The Fajar is very late. I know.
Ma'am, Saturday is okay actually. So I think Saturday the plan that you made initially, that is okay. I think it should be okay because no one has any issue or clash with any classes, right? On Saturday.
You mean on Saturday? That's the thing. If we're going to start on Saturday, we have to start in this week, and already your friend cannot make it. Okay. If you cannot make it, I want to avoid this. Problem is, if I need to make a two set of question, I tend to make the second version harder. So it's not fair. I tend to do that. I didn't realize it, but I tend to do that. So I just want everyone to do it in one go. How many questions? One or two only. Why can't we do the assignment on our own? Why can't we do assignment on our own? You are doing the assignment by your own, but it is time. It's because the question won't be as long as the one that I show you just now. Okay. This is last year's question. Okay. The last year's question has all these requirements, and you have to do input validation. Input validation requires about 20 minutes for all the inputs that they provided you understand the syntax. Okay. Meaningful comment on the source code. Okay, this one is easy, but it requires some thoughts in order to write. So, and the question are very elaborate. So, we're giving time because you need to be inside of the program. You have to really think properly of how you're going to design the program. So, for this semester, we are not going to give this complicated question in one go. We're going to separate it into different weeks so that we only do the one that you already been covered during class and lab session. So yeah, it's about one or two program only. What is the no for? No class. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we can do Monday then. If no one say yes. Okay. Then we can do this, right? So basically next week it means I have to go asynchronous again. Are you okay with asynchronous?
Ma'am, or we can do another thing like say that instead of the class, like synchronous class, you pre-recorded the video for the like say the class, like it's asynchronous, and for the time of the class we do the assignment, so that
Yes,
we all can join and
yes,
I think
that's
that's
what
the only option we have now.
yes. It's possible to have class at night. Yes, for me, but not for all. I have Haziq, what are you talking about? Okay, not night. Okay. So let's not. Yeah, Yanting is right. Saturday you might have other activity. Can we edit the answer anytime? It ends once you send. Okay, for every week, once you send, it's over. So, it's it is something that can be done within that 2 hours. Okay, you are going to use eLearn. Okay, good. All right. Then we agree. Next week, this Thursday, we still going to meet. Oh my God, it's 11. Do you have? Oh, Dr. Intan said she. Okay, that's good. I'm taking a bit of your time there. We fix on Monday next week for your first part of the assignment 1. It will be covered up until this week then. Yeah.
Doctor, I think
Yeah?
we should discuss this deciding the day on Telegram, perhaps.
Yeah.
So that
Okay. So I just need yeah, it is recorded. I just need to get the day first, because if it's Saturday, it will be this week. If it's Monday, then it will be next week. Okay. So that's about it. I will give.
Ma'am, actually, I have a request to make because you know about my thing, right? I about that question. How about for the next week, just for the next week, instead of the Monday, we go for the Wednesday, like the assignment. Like I need to cover many things, you know. So like just for the next week, instead of the Monday, we go for the Wednesday, so that we can have a 2 days to cover everything.
Okay.
Like it's just for the next week, but after the next week, you can continue with the Monday.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot about the request. For international student, 9 o'clock. Our time will be at 7 o'clock. Okay. Yes. If everyone is okay, then we can do Wednesday from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock. Is it okay? But for those who's having lab, there will not be a pause time for you. Meaning on Wednesday, we do from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock, because 3 o'clock you will have bengkel siswa lestari. Is it okay? Yes. Wednesday, 1 to 3. I'm asking for those who's having lab session between 11 to 1. Yeah. Some of you are having lunch. Okay. That's the only day I can see. We have to take the existing time if we don't want to take Friday or Saturday. Please remember some of your friends are having classes on Friday, 10 to 12. Some of you are 8 to 10 even. And another is 3 to 4. Shazvina, you're funny. We have lab session on Wednesday. Yeah, I think it will be. Or is Wednesday 5 to 7? Is okay for you?
Yes, ma'am. I think there's no class on that time after BSL.
Okay, everyone check your timetable.
Doctor, Wednesday, we got class for CAT 200.
Oh yeah, sorry, Aranja. Okay. Some of you are taking another course for another year, so it will be a bit difficult. So, okay, I read out the option. Monday 9 to 11, Wednesday 1 to 3, Friday 4 to 6. HFF. Okay, hold on. When is HFF? Why there's I don't have HFF on Friday in my timetable. You have to tell me why your Friday has HFF. Yeah, I thought, okay, HFF for international student would be on Friday, is it? Okay, I will put all the 3 timetable times on Elearn. You can pick the time that you are free. Yeah, I have to do the poll on Elearn. At least we have to record. Telegram is quite difficult. I don't know how to create a poll. Okay. Dr. Intan said she cannot make synchronous because of the sudden changes. Yeah, we have to follow majority. So if you have issues with the clashing, you have to tell me, yeah, when it would be. But even though the majority decide on one, I have to remind you that some people may not really make it. So we really have to follow the majority and the most suitable time. LKM some more. Okay. Wednesday, you have class at 1. Okay. You cannot make it on Friday. Yeah, because you have HFF.
So ma'am, actually, how much time do we need for the assignment? Like 2 hours?
1 hour and a half for the first one.
1 hour and a half.
Trust me, you need more because not because you need more to program. It's because the clashing of the ELAN. That's why I normally scratch it. But there will be a cut-off time. Basically, when that cut-off time is met, the system will reject your answer. So you really have a very tight time to submit within that time. You really have a, unless if you can, okay, some of you can really program quickly, you can finish within less than an hour, but for those who are waiting until the end, there are tendency of clashing when you submit. That is also the reason why I don't like Saturday, because I have to ask my friend from computer center to stand by for me in case the ELAN crash. And then sometimes ELAN didn't crash, your network is too slow for ELAN, then the sandbox problem will happen like last time, but we don't call it sandbox. It's basically you just, it's clashing. So you have to send it twice. Wednesday 5 to 7 LKM, right. So let's do this. So we have one to 11.
Ma'am, how about Thursday? Do any of them have anything on Thursday, like at the same time after 5?
Say again.
Ma'am, as some of them mentioned about the Wednesday, 5 to 7, they have the LKM. How about Thursday? Do any of them have any classes on Thursday, 5 to 7, or are you free on that time?
Oh yeah, you can take Thursday. There's no curriculum right now. Okay. Okay, so we scrap Wednesday. A new suggestion is Thursday 4 to 6, yeah? Is it okay?
Okay, someone says that Thursday 4 to 6 is LKM 100. How about 6 to 8 then? As we also need to like compromise a bit, like.
6 to 8 will be too strict for Muslim in Malaysia because that is Maghrib time. 6 to 8 will be 4 o'clock on your side, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anyone in Europe? Is there anyone in Russia? What time is it? Yeah, Ali, where are you located? Are you in Dubai?
He is from Saudi, but he is now in Malaysia.
He's in Malaysia. Yeah. 6 to 8 is too strict for Maghrib. Basically, you don't have time for Maghrib if you do 6 to 8. I welcome any suggestion of time. Tuesday 11. Tuesday 11. Tuesday cannot be 11. Tuesday can be 10. 10 to 12 because some of you are having class. So Tuesday. Monday 5 to 7. Yes. Monday 5 to 7 can do. 6 is 11. Nazir, where are you located? Yes, there's no clash. Okay, Nazir, you are in Nigeria. Nigeria. That is 6 hour different, isn't it? Yeah. Right.
Ma'am, however, just for the next week, we go for the Wednesday, and after the following weeks, we go for the Monday, the usual time of our class.
Wednesday 1 to 3 is out, yeah? Your friend will be too exhausted by then. Tuesday 10
No,
to
ma'am,
12.
I'm talking about the 6 to 8. Sorry, Thursday. Sorry, Thursday. That time, the mentioned time. Like maybe we need to do a kaza, I think, just for one day.
No, it is 6 to 8 is the praying time. There is definite no at that time. Tuesday 10 to 12. Tuesday 10 to 12.
You see,
yeah. In my timetable also, you are not clashing with anyone.
more
Aranjo, are you okay? Aranjo, the
decimal value.
Bokian, you need to answer that.
Now
Is
in this
Tuesday 10
diagram,
to 12
it's a
okay
little
for
bit
you?
tricky. Why? Because you
Okay. Okay, good. Aranjo? Yes, Zabokian, you need to score this time, yeah? Aranjo. Okay, good. Special case, 6 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 10. Nazir, you are okay, yeah? 6 to 10?
have to
Not
see
everyone
how
is
you
free.
can
Aranjo,
negative
sorry,
120, for
Zabokian is
example,
special case.
and you want to convert it to 2's complement binary.
Okay, so it's confirmed. Next week, we're going to do asynchronous fully. Then we can all do it asynchronous. No, we can't. Tuesday, 10 to 12. Any objection? Tuesday, 10 to 12. The assignment won't take 24 hours. Yes, but it's not up until 100 option.
Yes, ma'am, that should be okay, I think. There's no clash.
Okay, Tuesday 10 to 12. All right, that's settled it. Next week is the first one. I will give the detail of the duration when I finalize all the questions. Okay. Anything else other than the assignment? Can we retake this subject? Can we retake this subject? I will answer that slightly later.
Ma'am, if you can only retake if you have CGPA less than 2 points.
Not really. You have definitely need to retake if you get C and below. Okay, this course is a bit crucial because if contrary to other subjects, you just need to make sure your PNG is okay, or CGPA is okay. But for this course, even if you got a good CGPA, but this course you got C minus, C minus and below, if I'm not mistaken, you will have to resit the whole semester. Not the whole semester, the whole course. You cannot redo the final only like other course. Can we have any sample assignment? No, this is the first time we ever do this for assignment. Can you post in Telegram or e-learn? Huh? Okay, hold on. Amir, post on Telegram or e-learn about the detail of the class. This is not class, eh? This is about assignment. Okay. Okay, you guys are tired already. Everyone is talking about something else. Yeah, CPT 112. All right, everyone. That's it. I will send the details of the assignment session in the e-learning. Okay. All right. I don't know whether the intern is waiting. Is she waiting actually? So yeah. CPT 112 is asynchronous. That's what I heard. But someone said CPT 112 started. I'm not sure now. So okay, then everyone, thank you. We continue this Wednesday. Synchronous.
Thank you, ma'am, for understanding. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Now in this diagram, it's a little bit tricky. Why? Because you have to see how you can manipulate. Okay, means 0 is a 0. Okay, very when you tap the position, right? But in addition, numeric memory, the more significant and number and the value at the negative again. Okay, activities. You want an effective number in bits value positive, which is actually, and when you add all them together, still represent that number. Okay, so 1 on the screen. Value of to the power of 1 to the power of 2, and so on until the most significant bit will be a negative 2 to the power of the place, the most significant place. So in this case, if it's an 8-bit, it'll be negative 2 to the power of 7. All right. So when you want to convert a binary number into decimal, okay. So let's say, for example, in this case, you see 10000011. Okay, you get a binary number. To know its decimal equivalent, we then do 1 times 2 to the power of 0. Okay, and then 1 times 2 to the power of 1, and then and so on until the last one here, the leftmost bit, you will see 1 times negative 2 to the power of 7. Okay, so then you add them all together, negative 128, then plus 2 plus 1, then you get negative 125. Okay, so this is one way of visualizing how we get a number in 2's complement. Okay, and converting between the binary to the decimal value. Okay, now what about converting from a decimal value to the 2's complement binary? Okay, so let's say if we have, let's say, negative 120, for example, and you want to convert it to 2's complement binary. Okay, now in this diagram, it's a little bit tricky. Why? Because you have to see how you can manipulate the places in order to achieve negative 120. Okay. Now, since it's a negative number, obviously the most significant bit, the negative 128, has to be a 1. Okay. And then how do you get the remainder, which is the positive 8? Because no, so for example, positive numbers, have to be stored in a binary value. So for example here, number 41 and in the decimal format will be represented as 00. Now, in an integer representation in a computer, there is no minus sign, meaning